Welcome to The Know, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Gus.
Hey guys, guess what? Mickey Mouse might be creeping on your kids. Scary thought, yes, but actually there might be some truth to that.
According to a federal lawsuit filed last week, a whole bunch of Disney apps are collecting the personal information of children and sharing it with advertisers without parental consent.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
That's bad. And millions of kids could have been affected. It's not the story you want out there after you've just announced you're going to launch your own streaming service, huh?
Yeah, definitely not. It's something that's come up a bunch in the past. Like we've seen a lot of privacy lawsuits filed against companies specifically for collecting data without their customers' knowledge. Even adults, but kids, it's worse. And it's not just apps or websites either. There have actually been spying complaints aimed at everything from headphones, listening to you, to TVs, listening to you, and more devices are being connected to the internet. So these are just gonna keep coming.
But spying on kids?
Kids!
Spy kids, if you would?
Nope.
That could be serious. The class action lawsuit says that Disney and 3 software companies, Upsite, Unity, and Kochava, violated COPPA, the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. That's a federal law designed to protect the privacy of children on the internet.
We're all familiar with that. Like having one of your parents have to like fax in a form in order to allow anyone under 13 to sign up for a forum.
And they have to ask their parents what a fax machine is.
Yes. According to the US government, any online service that targets users under 13 years old needs to display a privacy policy that's easy to read and understand. It has to state what information is being collected, what the company might do with it, along with directions on how parents can give their consent, usually a fax machine.
In the Disney case, the plaintiff is a San Francisco woman who said she didn't know that information about her kid was collected while playing the mobile game Disney Princess Palace Pets.
I mean, what does Disney Princess Palace Pets need to know about your kid, really?
How much does your kid like the letter P? Princess Palace Pets.
Alliteration.
It's a lot of alliteration. And then that data was sold to third parties for ad targeting, according to this lawsuit.
Jeffrey Chester, the executive director of the Center for Digital Democracy, said that Disney shouldn't be using those software companies to develop its apps. He told the Washington Post, "These are heavy-duty technologies, industrial-strength data and analytic companies whose role is to track and monetize individuals. These should not be in little children's apps."
For its part, Disney denies any wrongdoing. It said in a statement, Disney has a robust COPPA compliance program, and we maintain strict data collection and use policies for Disney apps created for children and families. The complaint is based on a fundamental misunderstanding of COPPA principles, and we look forward to defending this action in court. Ooh, we look forward to seeing you in court?
Oh boy.
Wow.
Overall, there are 42 apps the lawsuit says violate the Children's Privacy Protection Act. They include Star Wars, Puzzle Droids, Club Penguin Island, Avengers Net, DuckTales Remastered, and well, dozens more. And a lot of these are actually really popular apps. One app called Where's My Water 2, because everyone loved Where's My Water, has been installed between 100 and 500 million times. Another one, Moana Island Life, has been installed between 1 and 5 million times according to the Google Play Store. So this is potentially, lots of kids are talking about, lots of apps affected.
What changed between What's My Water and What's My Water 2? I've never heard of that app. I want to check it out.
Now more water.
Now more water. H2O. This isn't the first time that Disney's been accused of these kinds of practices. The company subsidiary Playdom was fined $3 million by the FTC in 2011 for collecting too much info about its young players.
And look, none of these are even close to the first kinds of apps to raise privacy concerns. Remember all the controversy about Pokemon Go possibly collecting data and then accessing all your Google account info? Now, it was even actually banned from the Pentagon because of concerns it could be used by foreign spies to pinpoint locations inside the building.
I believe
by people who don't know how Pokemon Go works.
I believe it was banned in China for the same reason as well.
Yeah, and it turns out with that one that it was, like, they clarified specifically what they were accessing, and it was like your email address, but that they had asked for too wide of a net, essentially. So they had to go through and clarify that in an update. But yeah, there was a whole firestorm about it initially.
There were also privacy fears about other products aimed at kids. Last year, 4 toy companies, including Hasbro, Mattel, and Viacom, paid a fine and agreed to stop letting marketers track children's internet habits after it was found that sites like Nickelodeon, American Girl, Neopets, and My Little Pony, amongst others, had improperly tracked kids' online activities.
And there have actually been a ton of products that have been sued recently for allegedly spying on their users, children or adults. Earlier this year, Vizio settled a lawsuit over allegations that its TV collected information about its users and then, you guessed it, sold to advertisers.
Of course.
You pay them once and then someone else pays them twice. The company ended up having to pay $2 million as part of that settlement. Actually, they've probably made way more by selling the information.
So you're saying it was worth it?
Probably.
Another lawsuit filed this year alleged that Bose had been tracking and distributing the data of its headphones customers without telling them. It alleges that the headphones collected the user's entire listening history using data mining companies.
Oh, and then this was also this year. This was a fun one. A lawsuit claimed that a Canadian company that makes Bluetooth-controlled smart vibrators was also recording personal information about its users, which, you know, this problem, like, probably like habits, how long, how frequently, what settings did they use? It's kind of awkward. The company ended up paying more than $3 million to settle that suit.
I really can't think of an appropriate pun there. It's not hard to see why companies want to collect your data. The more they can learn about a person, the more valuable that information is to advertisers. And if an app, website, or product is in millions of people's homes, that can mean a lot of potentially valuable data that could be sold. And as we've seen, some companies definitely take the chance and spy on people, whether their customers know about it or not.
Now, we're gonna have to just wait and see what ends up coming out of the Disney lawsuit. Disney sounds pretty confident,
They sound very confident.
They also wouldn't not. Yeah, anyway. As of now, looks like it could be another case of a company possibly getting a little too snoopy with its customers.
No, Snoopy's not Disney.
That's true. And when it comes to kids, the government definitely doesn't play around with that. COPPA is very serious business.
Yes. What do you guys think of the Disney app spying lawsuit? Does that make you worried? Let us know in the comments.
You're gonna get that Disney streaming app for all your spying news, which products are invading your privacy and invading it, but mostly invading it. Make sure you like this video. If you're new around here, subscribe to the now.
Really track kids' online activities.
Yeah, and there's been a ton of products. What? Oh.
Ugh.
I thought you were gonna go like check your My Little Pony app.
No.
Oh, and then also this year, a company claimed that a Canadian company that makes a Bluetooth controlled smart.
You said a company claimed.
Oh, right, whoops.